this might be maybe in the top 3 best cameras of 2025. 7K open gate, the image quality, the dynamic range. If you love photography and you also love video, this camera is going to be in your wheelhouse. All right, guys, so I'm going to be recording with the R6 III here, and this is going to be the camera that redefines Canon for a lot of content creators and photographers going forward. By the way, this video is not sponsored. Canon Singapore was very kind enough to loan me the lenses and the camera. With that said, my thoughts only. The R5 II is a fantastic camera. The R1 is a fantastic camera. The R3, been out for a few years, is a great camera as well. But this R6 III is a culmination of all that technology, even from their cinema line, and they're bringing it to the masses in a way that feels so complete that for the majority of you out there that were probably thinking, do I want to get an R1? I'm spending that kind of money, but I wanted more megapixels. I still want, a fast 40 frames per second burst modes or 30 frames per second, whatever have you. The R6 Mark III will do most of that. It's not going to be the same readout as the R1. You'd be hard pressed to see a lot of a difference unless in very critical situations. Now, again, if you're in that 1 percentile of photographers that needs that R1, but for 99% of photographers out there, even sports photographers, lifestyle photographers, event photographers, content creators, this is fast enough. And you are getting the R1 autofocusing system inside of this. So in some ways, it's even better than the R5 II autofocusing system. Now, again, that can be updated, who knows. But for right now, this is absolutely fantastic. And the size of the camera is compact. It's easy to carry around. It's lightweight. Now, the EVF, 3.69 million dots. Yes, we wish it was 5.76, but the price point doesn't really bother me. And the refresh rate and the optics out of this EVF are absolutely fantastic. And I wasn't really wishing for more resolution. It was more than enough for me. The battery life, fantastic out of this camera system. Videos you're seeing is awesome out of this. Now, overheating, I'm not going to get into all that right here. I'm going to overcast them in Singapore. It's monsoon season. You know what I mean? This is not going to be a cinema camera. So if you want to push it to the extreme on video, get the C50, right? Or whatever cinema camera there is. This is going to be more of a hybrid user's camera system, and use it accordingly. If you love photography and you also love video, this is what you're going to want to look at. The image quality, the dynamic range, the ISO performance is fantastic out of this. And I love that they've gone to 33 megapixels as opposed to saying to 24 like the R1 and the R3. I still like 24 megapixel cameras. I still use them, but it's great to have a little bit extra cropping power in 33. This is going to be the new baseline going forward. And I think Canon has done it again here with the R6 III. Let's talk about this 45 1.2 lens, right? The best way I could describe this lens is that if you took the EF50 1.2 lens and you put into an RF body, that's kind of what this 45 1.2 is. It's got character, as they like to call it. Imperfections, chromatic aberration, purple and green fringing on higher contrast areas or metallic objects. There's going to be a little bit of vignetting. The color's a little bit different than the 51.2, which is going to be more richer. It's going to be more sharp, more perfected. It's an L lens. This is not an L lens. But man, it's a fun lens to shoot with, and it's lightweight. And it looks beautiful, and it gives you that vintage vibe. At the same time, it's quite sharp, wide open at 1.2, sharper than the 51.2 EF lens. But it still has character. So if you're tired of perfection, this is a great lens to have. Now, the 51.2, one of my favorite Canon lenses, and that and the 85 1.2 are absolutely fantastic, but it's a bigger lens. You're going to feel it on this body where the 45 1.2 feels right at home. And I can see why they launched that lens with this camera because they match perfectly. Now, as I was walking around Tokyo, I was just taking street photography out there and I was using it. Yeah, the autofocusing is decent. It's fast, but it's not going to be as quick as the 51.2. Just not there yet, right? The autofocusing motors are going to be different. Again, price point is significantly different than the 51.2. So there are going to be some concessions you're going to have to make. But I think for the average person out there, even beyond average, who wants something unique, different, this lens is fantastic. Great for flare control. Get a little bit of starburst when you stop down. I was happy with it. And you can correct the imperfections in Lightroom or Capture One or whatever software you're using. So it doesn't really bother me in that way. So what is it like to shoot sports with this? It's good. I took it to a friend of mine. His son was playing a Little League baseball tournament. And so some of the images, I may not be able to show you the face of the kids for obvious reasons, but he did give me clearance to show his son. And I can tell you, from capturing him in his motion as a pitcher and as a batter. I mean, you compare it to an R3, maybe to an R1, you'd have some difficulty seeing a difference. And yes, there is going to be a little bit of distortion, even at like 1/3200 on the shutter speed of the baseball coming in as the batter is going to hit. A little bit of distortion on the ball, maybe a bit oval shaped. But you'd have to pixel peep to see that. And the average person looking at an image online or in print or publication may not notice that. So again, I would choose this over an R1. I love the EVF of the R1. The battery life, obviously bigger, more robust body, but this camera is that good. Boxing, same thing. Autofocusing, there is an AI autofocusing mode, there's servo, and there's, one shot, and there's AI detection, so you can play around with the settings and you can adjust the speed of the autofocusing. But man, this R1 system inside of this, it's one of the best I've seen. It's so sticky, it's so fast, it's so intuitive. How it sees things coming into the frame, it's seeing it in advance of what you're seeing. And you're able to grab shots that you probably wouldn't out of most other camera systems at a price point like this. Video, 4K, 7K open gate. I'm happy. C-Log 2, C-Log 3. It looks great. No issues. I'm in focus. I'm happy with this. I mean, I'm recording this video right now, no overheating on it, no issues at all with that. I don't shoot in 4K 60 nonstop like some people do. 4K 25 here, we're in PAL here in Singapore, so I'm happy. I'd be very confident to put this on some sticks or shoot a YouTube video, shoot some events, some clips, and be more than enough, or even an interview. I'd be fine with this. I would have no issues or no fear of this overheating or not being able to perform. The camera's that good. So are there any issues with the R6 III for me? Wish it was a fully articulating display. Tilt up and down, flip, rotate out. Not quite there yet. Maybe Canon will do that in the near future. But outside of that, no issues at all. I really like what Canon has done with this. And man, it is a powerhouse of a system. And I think Canon is finally listening to what people want out there, giving us open gate. Now, no anamorphic support. Maybe that can come in the future. It's not a deal breaker. Not every camera system has it. This is a hybrid photographer and content creators camera system. People like me that do YouTube, that go out and shoot animals at the zoo or wildlife or sports or fashion or lifestyle or street photography. But at the same time, want to capture moments on video. That's who this camera is for. And I think Canon understands that market. And they know they've delivered something very, very special. And this camera is that. Man, there's been a lot of good cameras this year. A lot. This might be maybe in the top 3 best cameras of 2025. Just saying. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the R6 III. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Any questions, hit me up. I'll try to answer those for you. Like always, like, subscribe. Thank you for the support. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll chat to you all very, very soon. Bye.